Workers at 911 call centers across the country may need more training to handle mental health emergencies. A new survey says staff at 37 call centers responded to a questionnaire about behavioral health crisis training. The training focuses on emergencies dealing with mental health, substance abuse, suicide threats, or homelessness. Most of the centers surveyed said staffers have not received specialized behavioral health crisis training. More than half didn't even have access to behavioral health clinicians. New research shows just how stressful the pandemic has been for Americans. According to a survey, nearly 1/3 of adults say sometimes they're so stressed about the pandemic that they struggle to make basic decisions. Millennials were particularly likely to struggle with this the most compared to other age groups. Slightly more than 60% of adults agreed the pandemic has made them rethink how they were living their life. Arguably, most surprisingly, almost 50% say the pandemic has made planning for their future feel impossible. The North Dakota Department of Health has turned off comments on its social media accounts. They say they did it to combat the spread of misinformation. Health officials have said misinformation on social media has caused some to resist getting vaccinated against coronavirus. North Dakota has one of the lowest vaccination rates in the U.S., with roughly 60% of the population completing their doses. A new study shows teens are increasingly turning to vaping pens to ingest marijuana. The study pulled data from 17 different studies involving nearly 200,000 adolescents in 2020. The research showed the number of kids who say they've used marijuana in the past 30 days, 8.4% say they used vaping pens to do so. That's up from 1.6% in 2013. According to one study quoted in the report, the overall percentage of high school seniors who admitted to using marijuana is hovering around 35%. Halloween is almost here. Coming up next, the top Halloween trends for North Dakota trick-or-treaters.